Chapter 48. The Magnanimity of Ahilya Devi. Morupant entered Maheshwar and the city was much better than he had imagined. He had travelled the entire country to present his poetry and singing. Wherever he went, he could see Ahilya Devi's work. The temples, wells, public rest houses, and what not. He did not know her personally, so he stayed at Visaji Pant's house in Maheshwar. Before meeting Ahilya Devi, Morupant wanted to understand her perspective behind her social work. After dinner, he sat with Visaji Pant for discussion. He told Visaji Pant that, for performance in front of different rulers, he travelled almost the entire country, from Rameshwar to Chardham and from Dwarika to Kashi, Ayodhya. Everywhere he noticed Ahilya Devi's work in some or the other form. He asked Visaji Pant, what was the need for so much work? He also asked about the money she spent on all of that. Visaji Pant smiled and started talking. He told Morupant that she had built wells because she had seen the worst condition of soldiers without water while returning from Panipat. The public rest houses were built because she had seen the huge massacre by Najib Khan. Those innocent people lost their lives just because they could not find any safe place to hide and stay. She had restored the temples demolished by Muslims. She reasoned that due to intolerance, Muslims intentionally harmed Hindu religious beliefs by demolishing their sacred temples. If the temples were left in their demolished state, it would be a disservice to their pride and prejudice. She repeatedly told the Muslim monarchs that if the Holkars assisted them in their missions, which led to mutual alliances, there was no reason to dismantle what had already been established. She stated that the entire project was funded by deducting the money from her personal funds. Even a single coin did not strain the government's treasury. He was then given a thorough explanation of Ahilya Devi's work by Visaji Pant. The benevolence was extended to Jyotirlings, Chardham, and 7 sacred cities known as Saptapuris. The temples were constructed at Sri Mallikarjun, Sri Vaijnath, Sri Kashi Vishwanath, and Sri Krishneshwar. Idols were reinstalled at Sri Somnath and Sri Omkareshwar. Almshouses and dharamshalas were started at Badrinath, Dwarka, Rameshwar, and Jagannath Puri. These were referred to as Chardhams. Rest houses, temples, and ghats were constructed at Ayodhya, Mathura, Haridwar, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, and Dwarka, the Saptapuris. Besides all of that, many temples, wells, ghats, rest houses, and kunds were developed at various locations in Maharashtra, Malwa, and Rajputana. During the hot months of the year, she stationed people on the roadways to provide travelers with water, and when the cold season began, she gave them warm clothes. She used her treasure not only to build temples but also for other purposes. She had constructed a road from Varanasi to Kolkata. After hearing all of it, he was very pleased with her social skills. She considered not only the areas inside her dominion but also those ruled by others.